Thinking about getting a Cricut Maker? Let's look at how quick and easy it is to make a t-shirt. Supplies needed include the Cricut Maker, a t-shirt, iron-on vinyl, a standard grip mat, a trimmer, and a weeding tool. When you launch Design Space, which is the software that you need to use when you're using a Cricut machine, it opens to the home screen. From here, to start a project, you would click on the green button in the upper right-hand corner that says New Project. This gives you a blank canvas to start designing on. From the left menu, I'm going to click on the text icon and type in the words that I want for my t-shirt, at Fresh and Felicia. From here, I want to change the font. I want the font to be something different than what is defaulted to here. So in the menu across the top, I'm going to click the drop-down arrow by font, and it defaults to the fonts that are loaded with the Cricut software. You can also click on System and get a listing of all the fonts that you have installed on your computer. You can use the search box and start typing the first few letters of the font that you're looking to use, and it will come up in the search box. Select that, and you can see that the font has now changed. So the next thing I want to do is size my image down to the size that I want for my t-shirt. I can use the little boxes in each one of the corners and drag that until I get it precisely to the size that I want, or in the menu across the top, I could go under size by width and type in 7 because I want this to be 7 inches wide, and let it default to the height. Now when you have this text selected, you can see that it's 7 inches by 0.08 inches, and that's the size that I want. You can also change the color of your design if you'd like, and to do that you go up under Operation where it says Basic Cut and click on the color box and change the color to whatever it is you want. In my case, I'm going to be using a gray t-shirt with hot pink iron-on vinyl. All right, so this is a really simple design. It's ready to send over to the maker to be cut. The first thing I want to make sure I do is in the upper right corner, I want to make sure that I have the right machine selected. In my case, I am using the Cricut Maker 3, and then click the green Make It button in the upper right corner. It defaults to whatever settings you have configured in the software, and in this case I'm not going to be using smart vinyl. I'm actually going to be using vinyl on a mat. So under material load type on the left, you want to make sure it says on mat. The material size, I'm going to be using a 12 by 12 mat, so I want to go ahead and change the mat size to 12 by 12. And because my design is text or has text on it, I want to make sure that I turn the mirror option on so that my design irons onto my t-shirt just the way I want it to. And you can see on the illustration of the mat that the words Fresh and Felicia are now reversed. Also take note that it gives you this illustration of a mat, and you can note the size of the design so you know how big to cut your vinyl. In this case, it's just shy of 7.5 by just over 1. That would be the size of the material I would cut. Go on the bottom and click Continue. It makes a Bluetooth connection to your Cricut Maker. And once it's made that connection, you then select the type of material you're going to use. And in my case, I'm going to use everyday iron-on material. Design Space is really helpful. It gives you a warning message when you're doing iron-on. It says make sure that mirror is turned on. And you can see over here on the left that mirror is on. And then it gives you the hint that iron-on material is supposed to go face down, which means the shiny side goes against the mat. The dull side is on the upper side. Let's get our material trimmed down to size with the trimmer. I'm using slap bracelets to keep my roll of vinyl together instead of rubber bands. Remove the plastic cover from the mat and place the vinyl shiny side down. Load the mat into the maker pressing the flashing button. It scans the mat and the material to make sure it has what it needs. Press the flashing play button and the maker will start cutting. Then when the cutting process is done, press the unload button. Using the weeding tool, remove the excess vinyl to reveal your design. I'm using the HTV Ron Auto Heat Press. I've got it set to the needed temperature and time set for 45 seconds. Give your vinyl time to cool down before removing the backing, and then slowly peel it off to reveal your finished design. Making your own t-shirts is fun and easy using the Cricut Maker 3.